You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Tedesco Show. This show is for biologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the award-winning Stuart Tedesco Show, and award-nominated. Two separate things.
Yeah.
I'm Dave.
I'm Melissa. I don't know why I did like a weird. No, it's strange.
You do whatever you want.
I can. It's our show.
We almost had Carrie.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that would have been fun.
Well, she had a better offer.
That's all right.
Yeah,
that's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
No hard feelings.
Her kids here from Europe with his granddaughter.
That's a hell of a better offer. No kidding.
We have booze.
Huh?
We have booze.
I know, but we don't have grandchildren. I know. I'm like, no, grandchildren are going to win on this one. I
know.
I know. We love that she gets to hang out with her grandchildren from Europe. That's fantastic. Was it Spain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when she said that, she's not going to make it because she's hanging out with the fam, it was one of those situations where, to be funny, I had a reply and then realized, yeah, in a text message, this is really not going to be understood as funny, and it's going to get awkward. So I just kind of went delete.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Oh, aren't you glad when you catch yourself on that?
Oh yeah,
you feel like you. Yeah, when
I made enough mistakes.
Yeah. When because when you do. I know if you make enough mistakes, you do try to catch.
Yeah,
yourself
it would have totally changed the dynamic of our relationship.
Sometimes. Yeah. Oh, then I'm really glad.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
I mean, it would have been fun. I think she would have got it because if it was in person, facial expression and tone.
Right. Of course.
Right. I guess I could have put, LOL after or something.
All the things.
Yeah, but
still, you may have had some splaining to do.
Right. So I was like,
don't put a strain on your relationship. Just don't. Right, exactly. Like, just don't do it.
Because she's like family. We've known each other since we were kids.
Forever. Yeah.
So, in person, it would have been fine. It would have been totally, because I could have pulled it off.
Right.
Yeah. But no, not text. So
all right. Glad you escaped that.
Yes.
Good on you.
It's one advantage of being as mature in age, anyway.
I know, as we try to be.
Years, yeah. Mm-hmm. So this works. Speaking of mature, so I had a couple weird things happen today, and I'll go in chronological.
Wait, did you work today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, summer school started.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get up for work like you do, and I go through my routine, and everything's fine. Nothing's that weird, and I'm in my car. And it's a 30-minute drive for me, so I'm in my car driving like you do, and I'll say the route. It's only if you know Rochester, but if you don't, you're not going to know what this is. So it's like one of those roads where you can go 55 miles an hour, but because it's kind of rurally, but there's like stoplights on occasion, right? That kind of thing. So you're going fast, all right? And I was going like the speed limit. And I didn't just wink.
That was a wink.
Yeah. So, but I was doing at least the speed limit. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it was at least 55, and like there was no time to react. None. I mean, it's just like I couldn't even tell you what it was. I had a guess, but there was some little quick, not flash, but thing in my view, real quick. I hit a bird.
Oh, bummer.
Right.
Ah, bummer. Yeah,
bummer.
sad.
That's not. So I'm like, oh man, that sucks. I hit a bird.
Yeah.
And I'm driving. I'm thinking, man, I hit a bird.
Yeah.
So I get to work and I pull in, and I don't know if I've said this before. I can't be the first person at work because there's got to be someone who can open up the building. But in terms of teachers and staff and stuff, I am generally the first person there. That's because my wife and I and my schedules for work, we would pretty much get up at the same time, which means, someone's waiting for the shower and we get in each other's way. And it's just, so I get up earlier, get all my shit done, and then, chat with her as she's getting up. And that's, where we have our little chat in the morning.
Oh, that's
and then
nice.
I leave. And so I get there early, which I also like because I like that downtime to kind of get ready.
Big fan of getting to work early and not staying as late.
Well,
if I can,
I'm contractually obligated.
Well, yeah, but I'm sorry. Just interjecting. Sorry.
No,
for me, I tend to like to go into work a little earlier and then not stay as late.
I know you'll be shocked by this, but I tend to be, when I'm teaching, a little bit more on the high energy side.
Ooh.
So having that quiet time to kind of get my shit together and get my mind together and get psyched up, you know.
Yeah.
So
kind of like playing like before you play football.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. So like playing football. So like when we've said this,
Get into the
when I played high
mindset.
school football, there was like the people who would pound their head into the lockers, and I would just sit quietly. That's how I would get ready. Yeah. So I get there and I pull in and I get out and I get all my stuff and and I'm starting to walk towards the building, and I don't know, I was just turning to look at my car, and the fucking bird is stuck in the grill of my car. Now look, I will stand up to the police. You can tear gas my ass. You can handcuff me. I generally am not afraid of humans. But I don't fuck with dead animals. I don't fuck with hurt. Freak out's a little strong, but no, I'm not doing it. So I'm like, fuck, there's a fucking bird in my grill of my car, motherfucker. And I look for a minute. I don't even want to look at it, but I'm looking just to see if it's moving. It's not moving. So
Okay, all right, at least it's dead.
At least in theory, it's dead.
Right.
So I go in, and I'm like the first one there. So now I'm like walking around the building doing things just because I gotta move now because I got a fucking dead bird. Now, how the fuck am I gonna get rid of this bird? I'm gonna be thinking about this fucking bird in my car all day.
I've already thought about how I would get rid of it, but that's
well,
okay.
So at least 10 minutes. I don't know how much.
I don't get as freaked out about stuff like this as you do.
I do.
It's okay, but I get freaked out about other stuff.
But
It's
like
fine.
I said,
Yeah.
I will stand up to any human being. That doesn't scare me. I will talk in front of a million people. I couldn't care less. But just don't get the scary dead bird away from me. I have no explanation
Sorry,
for
hon.
it.
No, it's all,
You laugh.
it's all good. No,
it is.
I'm not laughing.
On paper, I get it. It's funny, but it's the same thing like with bats. I know logically they're good for me. They help us all. It's still eating my face off.
Right. Well, you just don't want it in your house.
Yeah. Well,
which is understandable.
Yeah. I don't want a dead bird in my house either.
No, I don't. Not either.
Right. So, I just happened to be walking by the front of the building because I go by parking, go in the back. And this other teacher comes in, one of the gym teachers, and I let him in the front door, and I go, hey, how much of a manly man are you? And he's like, why? What? He's got this look on his face. So I tell him how I hit this bird, and I'm freaking. I can't get rid of it. He's like, man, I really don't like that kind of stuff either, but I can do it. I'll do it for you. I understand, but I can do it for you. I'm not at that level, right?
He's not quite at there.
Right. So he goes and he gets this gigantic, wraps up paper towel and stuff, like this gigantic, he might as well brought the whole roll almost. And we go back out to my car, and he does. He scoops it out, and he takes it because I work in the middle of nowhere. And he takes it out the woods at the end of the parking lot, and he kind of lets it go into the woods.
All right.
And he comes back and he looks at the car, and he's noticing, and I see him start playing with the car again, and I see like feathers flying out of the front of my car, and I'm internally freaking out again. So I'm like totally no quiet morning for Dave.
Poor Dave.
I'm totally.
For you.
I mean, poor bird, but
I know,
I'm
but
in
I'm
second
feeling
place.
for you though too.
I'm in second place.
Yeah, I mean
right?
it happens. I mean it sucks, but it happens.
So, all right, so that's fine. So I go in, and and
It's traumatic.
yeah, a little bit
It was a little traumatic.
minor traumatic. Yeah.
Right.
So that's cool, and the day goes by, and I'll say this: the kids I have for summer school, still a challenge, but they're actually I'm okay. We're making
cool.
do. Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as last.
It's
summer.
not like summer school, like with what's his name, Mark. What's it? Oh, that movie.
Oh,
What am I saying? You
I
don't
don't know.
watch movies.
No,
I
well,
don't even know why I bring it up.
Oh, I know
sometimes.
Mark Harmon, an old
Mark
one,
Harmon.
like
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
80s or
Yeah.
something. I know of it. I never saw it. Yeah, okay.
Good one.
Okay, good. So we're moving along.
With Kirstie Alley.
And school's going, and that's fine. And then the end of the day, the structure of our school is, and don't worry, I'm not getting fired. This is fine. So the structure, this is about me. This isn't about the school. So the structure of the day is, if students do most of the stuff that they're expected to do, they're able to participate in something called the preferred activity. So it's like this half hour, and they get to choose, and staffer get to volunteer. That's what they supervise. And I've been doing for a while. I'm in the quote, I'll just call it the gym. It's called something else. It's not important. I'm in the gym, and we're playing this indoor game that's an indoor version. I don't know who made this up. Nobody can tell me who made this game up, but it seems to be only for my school. It's like a weird indoor version of kickball.
Okay.
Okay. There's no bases, but anyway, it's not important. So I haven't been participating. Sometimes staff will participate, and I haven't been participating because I'm old and shitty. And last year I had all of these physical problems, and I just haven't been participating. And we didn't quite have too many kids. It's summer school. There's not as many kids, and so they talked me into pitching for both teams. It's like kickball, so it's
Right.
rolling.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough.
Well, in theory, so this is how
Right. I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't play any sports whatsoever, period.
You're
But
just
I can
rolling
roll a
you're
ball.
rolling- right.
Yeah, I'm thinking I could roll a ball though.
So
in a generally straight line.
the format of the way, not the form you use to do this is almost like you're bowling. So like, that one leg's out and kind of bent at a 90
well, there's like
angle.
the people who do like the like I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's like the kickball leagues and shit.
Yeah.
And they have like ways like they can like really throw it. And
right.
they have like a form and.
Oh, I'm not doing this to these kids.
No, but I know. But you're right though. There is different ways to make it.
But I'm not doing that. But genuinely, no, they're kids. I'm not trying to get them out. I'm letting them kick the ball. So, but this is about me. So, as I'm doing this, it's almost like I'm bowling. I noticed after about the third pitch, my legs are starting to feel this. So I did it for like 20 minutes, and now I'm the oldest motherfucker fucking pitching kickball, and I'm like my hammies. I'm like holding my legs as I'm walking away. I know, that's what I'm saying.
We
It's
really
like it's fucking kickball.
I know, because I'm thinking I could do this, but I'm like, you know what? If I did it, probably same fucking thing would happen, though. Honestly.
It was really funny.
Oh my gosh. Like, I think it would be easy, but I probably.
And like in kickball, you don't throw at people in this game, this version of the game. It's in a gym and there's basketball backboards, right? So if somebody kicks it and where they have to run, if you hit the backboard with the ball before they get to a certain line, then they're out.
Okay.
And if you miss it or if they make it before, then they're safe.
Okay.
And I'm having trouble throwing the ball. Like I'm like my arm is like the ball's not making it.
Oh, it's so crazy.
I used to be a pitcher and an outfielder, and I'm like I'm so shitty. My arm's so shitty that I can't throw this stupid rubber kickball.
Well, it just shows you if you don't use it, you lose it.
Oh yeah, totally. No, if I were actually if I wasn't being campaign boy and actually did something and not instead of like going to meetings and sit. Now I understand how politicians get. And activists how they like get huge because they just sit. They don't have time to do. Yeah. So yeah, it's just like weird. Like today, I killed a bird. I freaked out and I pulled my hammies.
I'm sorry.
Not pulled, but I feel them. I know they're there. My hammies are barking, as they say, as the old folks say. They're barking. How was your day?
Oh well, I have a commission I'm working on right now.
A bracelet?
No, actually
I'm
something
sorry.
completely different.
Oh, I've seen that movie.
A block print.
Oh,
yeah.
Sounds cool.
It's doing the initial design of it today, and yeah, I sent that to. I'm doing it for a friend of mine that I went to high school with. Actually, I should say this: we were frenemies in high school.
Help me. I know the
like
term.
friends and enemies at the same time. It's like so. But
that sounds like high
magic,
school drama.
It was high school drama.
Oh.
Like I said, it was literally high school. And
yeah, but there's drama and then there's high school drama.
It was total high school drama.
Okay.
It was just high school drama. It was nothing else. There was nothing else. Anyway, we're Facebook friends. We've been Facebook friends for years, and she's awesome. And
if she ran over your bird, that'd be real drama.
It wouldn't be cool.
Just...
Anywho, she asked me to do a commission piece for her sister, and she wants me to do a specific quote with a design with it and do a block print of it. And yeah, I've never done this before. I mean, I've done block prints, of course, and I have done fabric printing, but not in a really long, not since high school. But I did order some fabric, and I ordered the apron that she wants me to.
So you gonna like go to get like an iron-on decal, or?
No, I'm literally going to take fabric ink and put it on the item.
I assumed you weren't getting an iron-on, sitting there with an iron and a towel. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's ways I could make that happen. I'm sure I could send that as a design somewhere and somebody could make me that, but that's not what I'm going to do.
No, I meant like at home. Like the cheesy, Probably like Sean Cassidy or something.
So yeah, I'm kind of I think that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited. So I was trying all this new.
Is it tacky? And you could say yes. It's tacky, and you won't answer the question. But like, is it? I'm just curious. Like, how much does one usually charge for something like that?
Well, that's interesting because I was.
If you don't want to talk about it,
no,
it's okay.
I was actually kind of going to talk about that.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I have never done anything like this before,
Right?
Ever. So I gave a price for my time that I think is reasonable for somebody who really hasn't done this before. Plus, this particular person is a lawyer, and they're a lawyer for the good of the people, as opposed to lawyers for doing bad things. So I know, I don't know, they work with all kinds of, I don't know. I just know that they do good lawyer things, and they're a good person.
Hurt in a car?
No, it's like, it's like people who work with, like maybe somebody who's been in jail who shouldn't, who's like a political prisoner.
You're talking to. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, the kind of lawyers that you would think, oh yeah, that person's cool. They're doing their lawyer job for good.
Trying to be entertaining.
Right. I'm sorry.
I'm trying.
I'm sorry. Anywho, I actually don't mind doing the piece for cheaper than I normally would. One, because like I said, I'm new at it, and I really am totally doing this on the seat of my pants to some degree. Two, because this person does really good things in the community, and so therefore I don't mind putting forth a little goodness their way. Also, they donated to a cause that I put out there one time on the Facebook, and they donated.
Well,
it
in the
their
words
own
of
time.
Doug and Bob, hey, $10 is $10.
Yeah. No, I mean they're still paying me. I mean I'm still getting paid, and I had to tell them I really have to. I would like to do it for the price you said, but I can't do it for that price. And this is how much I can do it for. This is the least I can go, which was higher. But they were like, yeah, let's do it. So we're doing it, and yeah. I don't know. It's going to be.
Can I at least ask how many figures are we talking? I have no clue how much that would be.
Oh, it's under $100.
Okay, so no, I have literally no idea.
Well, here's the thing: the print.
I have no concept.
Oh
of
yeah.
This at
So
all.
what I'm first of all, I wouldn't say this to just like anybody, but the whole act of me carving out a lino cut is so relaxing and enjoyable. It almost feels like not real work because I just love it so much. It's funny because I've talked to other printmakers who say that's the stressful part for them because they're so worried that they're going to make a mistake. Because if you make a mistake, there's a chance you can't come back from it, and you may have completely destroyed your carving, depending on what you do. I mean, there's ways
and
to
it
fix
ends
it.
up at the bin at Champions. I so miss the bin at Champions.
I know you do.
Oh,
you do.
God.
So yeah, so there's a chance that
58 years old, I would still dive into those head
I would
first
too.
if they were around. Oh my God,
I would too.
So much fun.
Yeah, they were awesome. So yeah, so I don't mind. Yeah, so I don't mind charging for less than what I would normally charge. Like for something like this, I wouldn't do this for just anybody. This is special. And I will, because I really like the idea behind the what I'm doing. I'm going to I'll probably reuse it. So yeah, make something else. Why are you looking at your phone like you were?
It started blinking, and I'm sorry because I'm campaign boy now. I kind of like quick look just to make sure and it was a notification that Americans for Jill Stein liked my photo.
Oh, you love it. Look at you. You're like blushing. You're so happy.
It's kind of cool. And
It's
probably the last one I posted on the Instagram. It's just dumb. It was just probably the me on the list of speakers for city council last night. That's all. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice that they noticed that though.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I've been reposting a lot of Jill stuff. So
yeah. As we talked about, you gotta start small and get more people out there. And,
that's it.
You're doing the thing.
I am in campaign mode. This week was nuts. It wasn't planned, but I had shit every night after work. And this is my first night I didn't have anything campaigny.
So what are you gonna do after I leave?
Well, the show I got to get ready for. Thanks for the segue. Getting ready for Pride Festival tomorrow.
Oh my God! Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So speaking, I am tabling at the
So glad I could do this.
Pride Festival, the Rochester Pride Festival. Like it's like fucking. I'm gonna be there like. I'll be there like 8 hours, but I mean, people will be there, looking at my green party stuff for like 6, so 7. Sorry, bad math. Yeah, it's gonna be a long ass day tomorrow, and but it'll be cool. I used to do this back in fact, it was at the Rochester Pride. It wasn't called the festival then. It was the Rochester Pride Picnic.
Oh yeah, well they do the picnic too.
Right, but
that's a different thing.
Right,
that's a different thing.
Back in the day, they had the picnic, and then organizations would table in a certain part of Genesee Valley Park when they used to have it there.
Yeah.
So that's when fuck it, I'll say his name now. I don't give a shit. He's retired. I don't give a shit. That's when I first encountered State Senator Joe Robach, who couldn't remember my name. And we'd go, Green Man.
Oh, I remember you talking about that with me.
That's why I have the fake nickname Green Man.
And that's why. And I was totally just joking earlier and calling you Green
totally,
Man.
Yeah. So locally among Greens who do Green Party work, I'm like, because I'm Green Man.
You are Green Man.
Because of Robach. He couldn't remember my name.
So he just called you Green
And
Man.
because he's such like a big dorky frat guy, he's trying to be my buddy and he couldn't remember my name. He'd be like, Green Man, and then try to tell me how much he loves trees. And I'm like, get the fuck away from me, Joe.
Like, yeah, dude, we all like trees. All right, just move along.
Yeah, there's some people who don't, but whatever.
Who doesn't fucking like trees? What a weird person.
Well, I guess people who don't, they like them for cut them down and profit, I guess. So maybe they do, but for different reasons. They like to cut them.
I know. I'm like, who doesn't like trees?
So So anyway, that's where I initially got this stupid fake nickname.
Oh, that's
Green Man.
funny.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
So I'm back.
Or if you did, no, I did know. You did tell me this story before. I do remember it. I just completely have forgotten.
Yeah, I have a few weird Joe Robach stories, but for another time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really cool.
I think it'll be cool.
Oh,
I think you'll have. I mean,
if we
it'll
get
be
that,
an interesting
if we get that
group.
tent up, I'll be able to
Look at the tent up.
chill out and not worry about like getting sunburn. Mm-hmm. So, because that's a pasty white people like me. I really got to worry about that.
Yeah.
I mean, sitting outside, even with a hat on and sunblock, I'm still getting something.
I mean, well, it's okay if you get a little bit. It's just you got to really just be careful about how much.
Dude, a light bulb gives me a little bit. Being outside,
I know. I still remember one time. It just sounds like one time at band camp. No, anyway, this one time I went to lunch.
Was there a flute involved?
No. I went to lunch with a friend back where I used at this one business I used to work at, and we went out to lunch and we had an outdoor lunch and we were there. We were outside for no more than a half an hour, and I got to work and people were like, "Whoa, you're really red." I was like, "What?" We were only there for fucking half hour.
Oh,
my face and neck and arms that were exposed were red as fuck, and people were like, "Holy shit, you're red."
Okay, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I can top that.
I'm just saying. It
I know,
didn't take long. It didn't take long.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. I'm not trying. Again, I'm not trying to do the like one up. But so when I was in Hawaii,
well, I can only imagine the shit that
so
must
when I
have
was in
happened
Hawaii,
there.
it was. I don't remember, for some reason, like we had school.
People
like,
our shade aren't
like
supposed to be there.
Political or not political, professional development day or something. So the kids weren't there, and like we all went to lunch together, and we went in one person's car, and she had a fucking convertible, and we literally just drove kind of around the corner to go to this one place. Which, gosh, I still miss their salmon sandwich. Oh man,
What is that sandwich?
Salmon.
They had a salmon
filet
sandwich that was
yeah.
delicious.
Yeah, it was really good. French fries with sriracha. And it was, oh my god, I still miss
that. Sounds delicious.
Well,
I would be all about that.
I was doing super low carb at the time, and that would be my one cheat. Once a month, I would go there to get that exact.
That sounds like a really good cheat.
Salmon sandwich and the French fries with
salmon
sriracha.
Sandwich. I want a salmon sandwich right now.
So anyway,
Anywho,
driving there and back, and again, not even 5 minutes in the car one way. Top of my head, I just didn't have a hat with me. I almost always had a hat with me when I was in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. But that kind of sun though, that's like serious sun.
Right? It's not. It's actually not that bad. It's like, so it's not like Arizona sun. Arizona sun's worse. At least it was when I was in Hawaii.
Yeah, I don't know how people like us live there. I just don't get it. One of my
you
friends
don't go outside.
Yeah, one of my friends moved there. She's like super Polish. She's very, very white.
Yeah,
like I don't know how that.
No, you just don't. You just don't go outside.
Yeah.
You don't frolic.
No,
you can.
She probably doesn't frolic.
You
I'm
can
guessing.
frolic a little bit in February.
Yeah.
You can frolic in February.
It's just like
when it
I know
maxes
you
out
read
at
stories
80.
like nowadays. It's
Their
like
winter is
125.
80. Yeah. Oh, when we do the Zoom, the family Zoom, my dad's like, "Oh, meet at 125 today." I'm like, "You're a fucking psycho, dude. Why are you there?
Why do you live there?
Who taught you to live like that?"
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, so Pride, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm
gonna grab a beer while you're talking.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention at the beginning. So today's show is brought to you by our new sponsor, Degustato Wine, and we'll have that commercial on at the end of the show.
It's really fabulous.
The other bits we did, I haven't even gotten to them yet. Like I said, I had shit every night this week. I've been slammed.
No, that's how I've kind of been. Like this one, the commission project I was talking about that I'm doing. I've got a few different things I'm working on, but I've also working on getting my
irons
studio.
in the fire.
Yeah, well, I've got some.
Is in the hopper.
Yeah, right.
Any other, capitalist
I've got
sayings?
Yeah, right. I've got a couple friends that want me to do some other things for them.
That's awesome, dude.
No, it's great. No, I'm really happy about it. I'm happy people care and they're willing to wait, because right now I'm also I'm redoing the studio. I'm moving everything upstairs. It still looks kind of like a hot mess. I had to sleep in the studio last night in the bed that's in there because Dan got a CPAP machine, so it was his first night with it. So he didn't want me to be in there with him in case he kept me awake, because he didn't know what it was going to be like. So he was like, I said, yeah, why don't I go sleep in... Well, he said, my husband's the cutest. He said, well, I'll go in the other room and sleep because I think it might be weird how I sleep. And I said, well, why don't I just go in the other room and sleep, because I don't have to work tomorrow and you do. So you can be comfortable in our bedroom and I'll go in the other one. So, yeah, he said it was hard to get to sleep with the CPAP. But he said,
I can imagine. There's some shit slapped to your face.
But he did say that once he did go to sleep, he looked at like the numbers, showing like how many times he stopped breathing, and it was like 0.8. It was a lot before.
How do you stop breathing 0.8 times?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it was just like an almost didn't breathe, but then okay. Like the CPAP was like, nah, breathe. I know, isn't that crazy? But yeah, it was a lot. I finally heard him do it. It was weird. Like I finally heard the noise of the I'm not breathing and now I'm trying to catch my breath noise.
I have a CPAP story, but it's just the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
It's not about the machine itself.
Mm-hmm.
My brain does this every time I see CPAP. It always registers crap.
Oh,
because it really looks like crap.
It does kind of. Yeah.
So if I see it, like, it's just so
you immediately go crap.
Yeah.
Even though you know it says CPAP, but you go crap.
Yeah. My first thing is my brain registers crap.
That's funny.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. And I can see that. I do stuff like that with words.
It's gotten to the point where, like,
oh my God, this is a good segue.
I recognize it pretty well. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was going to tell this story, but okay, that's fine. I can tell this story there. It like the time it takes for me to recognize it's not crap, it's CPAP, has reduced, but it's still crap is the first thing that comes into mind.
So what's the CPAP story? No, just
that was it.
No, that was it.
That was the CPAP, but I had a different story. But it's all right. We can go segue. Is it the audiobooks thing?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So going on that. Well, because you're talking about how the word crap, how you always see it and you see something else, even though you know it's not that, but you can't help it every single time you see it. And I do that as well with lots of things.
Like there's a CPAP store somewhere, like on Ridge Road.
Is there?
Yeah, West Ridge Road.
Okay.
And every time I drive by it, I'm like, why is that store selling crap? Oh, CPAP. Every single time.
So interesting.
And I can sit here and telling you there's a CPAP store on Ridge Road, yet if I drive by it, I'm like, oh, crap store. What?
It sounds a little bit ADHD, autistic-y thing.
I need a new brain.
I know.
Okay.
Well, so yeah, that did remind me of that.
Right.
So yeah, I was talking about it earlier today. Before we came on the show. But yeah, so I'm listening to an audiobook right now, and I'm going to pull it up right now because I want to talk about, at least I want to say who it is and all that kind of stuff. It's called ADHD for Smartass Women, and the author's name is Tracy Atsuka, maybe. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it. I like her. I like the style. I like she talks in a way that's kind of just like a conversation, which is a really easy way for me to absorb a book, is if I feel like I'm just a part of a conversation, and that's what's going on, and which is awesome. But one of the things that I had to make a clip that on. I have a subscription for Audible. Oh,
right.
That's the thing. Here's a weird thing: subscription and prescription. I confuse those two all the time.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the easy one, but anyway.
And by the way, you can listen to the Stuart Berdasso show on Audible.
Yes, you can.
Just thought I'd tell. Well, that wasn't for you. That was for
right.
people. Okay.
So anyway, yeah. So I have a subscription for
which makes
Audible.
me mad because it's kind of Audible. It's Amazon, but whatever.
I'm sorry. I really love Audible.
I know.
There's also a lot of free stuff on there, so I really get my money's
understand.
for what I pay for it each month. I get my money's.
I understand. I just want to Galooly Jeff Bezos.
Right. I know. I get that part. Right. So anyway, so I'm listening to this book. I love it, and I did this. So one of the things you can do on there is you listen to it. You push the clip button, and it'll like a specific part it's like putting a bookmark in, and you can go back and listen to that clip later on. The PDF is also included with that particular Audible book, which is great because sometimes people who have ADHD have an easier time if they're listening and reading along at the same time. And I'm one of those people. Actually, I do kind of like that. I'm not doing it with this right now because I can't.
I could not do that.
Oh, I totally can. I can really absorb it if I do both. However, in this case, I'm not, because most of the time when I listen to this, I've been like on the bus or doing work at home or whatever. Anyway, so a weird fact about me, I have said, so I'm not a math person. I'm more of an English social studies person.
There
English
is no
history
math
person.
involved in the show, thankfully.
Yeah, there's not. There's not. So I've always said that I'm not really a math person, but to be honest, that's actually a lie.
You are a liar. That's true.
I am.
You are.
I'm a little bit of a liar.
Yeah, no.
And my husband reminded me of that too.
That's what I smell. It's like
yeah.
I think it's your perfume, but it's just your pants on fire.
It's really my pants on fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, my husband reminded me of that too. That he's like, you actually are a math person. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not totally not a math person because there's some aspects of math that I really understand, and it makes sense to me. You know, like I finally understand geometry because of my work I do.
That's weird. I would think as an artist, that one would be not finally. It would have been that would be the one part of math.
My brain wasn't coordinating the two, but now it does. I can now, but it wasn't at one point. But no, the one type of math I was really, 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 really good at. Like so good at that in my final that year, that would have been my junior year of high school.
Square roots.
No, I wasn't good. No. Anyway,
nobody's good at square roots.
No. Listen though, so what I was good at was trigonometry.
Yeah, I was okay with trig.
I was awesome at trig.
Yeah,
on my final, I got one question wrong, and I was so mad about it because it was one question. I could have had 100, and I got a 98. And I was so mad. I was so pissed off. But I like killed trigonometry. I was so good at it, and my trig teacher actually was trying to get me to take. She thought I would be really, really great at taking. What do you call it? Pre-calc. Mm-hmm. She was like, I think you would do really great in pre-calc. She's like, you excel in trigonometry. I think if you took pre-calc, you would do really well in it. I think you would excel in it. And I said, okay, well, that's nice. But my senior year, I have to take like 3 different art courses and something else that were like a prerequisite I had to do. So I was like, I don't have the time. The times that calculus is going to be taught, I'm busy those times, so I can't take it, or I can't take pre-calc. So anyway, listening to this Audible book, I was the person who's talking about it said, so she's a therapist who deals with specifically with people who have adult ADHD, and I think might be even more specifically mostly women, because women with ADHD, as I'm sure you know as a teacher and maybe other stuff, that they do tend to show ADHD differently than boys. And that's part of the problem with recognizing it, because we don't show it the same way. We do a lot of masking, whereas boys don't mask as much. I don't know. Girls, I'm guessing.
I don't want to admit something in front of people.
Okay.
I'll do when the show's not being recorded. I'm kind of a fraud, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to admit my fraudness in front of tens of people. All right, just you.
Okay. So anywho, so anyway, on this Audible, she talked about when she finally went in she was going to a therapist. Her son was also going to a therapist, and they found out that he had dyslexia. And she knew she had problems as well, but she wasn't, she was like, you know what, I'm going to take the test too, because I know that there's issues. I don't know if it's dyslexia, but I do have some weird things too and all that. Anyway, she found out, big shocker, she has ADHD. And one of the things that apparently people who, we all have, there's things that totally suck about ADHD. There's some really horrible things about it, and I'm not going to get into all that because that'll just make me sad. But I'll talk about the superpower today. So superpower today is to talk about is that people with that, especially in this case, specifically adult ADHD and women with ADHD, tend to be good at trigonometry. And the reason is that they're really good with spatial relations, and they're also really good with conceptual ideas. And I thought about that, and I'm like, holy fuck. I am actually really good at both of those things. Part of the reason I'm good at my job is because I'm great at spatial ideas. I'm very good at it. And conceptualizing, I'm totally great with seeing a concept and figuring and taking that and like forming something from that concept. And I'm like, fuck, I should have taken further maths. And they said trigonometry and higher maths. So yeah, okay. So they meant like, well, all right. So yeah. Right. It's not everybody. It's just one of those things. And she did say, yeah, I was great at trigonometry. It's not surprising.
But okay, I'm not going to ask you this. Like, I'm not trying to gaslight you or anything. But like, okay, so if you went further in math, what were you going to do with it?
Oh, nothing. I just thought it would be interesting.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah.
Oh, clearly nothing at all. I just would have. I just would. It just out of curiosity. Completely out of curiosity.
No, that's awesome. I like that. That's good. I'm trying to tell people you should be doing that, not just like taking
I thought about
school stuff just so you can make money off it in the
No. I mean, well, clearly I don't. I mean, I take classes at the MAG, and I'm not making necessarily any money off of it. I'm just. Oh, yes, I am actually. I am now.
It just reminded me.
But I'm just learning stuff, and it just makes me happy. And I actually was thinking about taking. I'm like, I wonder if I can take a trigonometry course again online. I probably could, like a fun one, just for fun. Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, there's tons of those.
I know, but I was thinking that might actually be kind of fun for me.
Oh, yeah. No, there's tons of those, that sort of thing. I mean, if you really want to...
And I took trigonometry before you had calculators. I mean, we did have the fancy calculators, but for the most part, we had to do all that shit
on paper. There was no calculators.
No,
period.
There wasn't even you had to know the formulas. You had to...
Not even the four function calculators.
You were supposed to do that shit on paper. You had no formulas.
Pebbles, scratches on slates.
But it's weird because some math, like, you know what else I was really good at was logic. Again, conceptual ideas. I was really good at logic. That was my other like superpower as far as math goes.
You know, here's the weird thing. I'm actually good at logic things, but I don't seem to have the focus to like sit here and like, there's books like you do puzzles kind of things. I can't just I feel it's a waste of time to sit there and do puzzly things,
even though it's really not. I mean, the brain people say it's actually
dude,
not.
You don't have to tell me. I understand.
I know. It's a waste of my time, even though it's probably not. But it feels like it's a waste of my time.
Yeah. Like I got shit to do.
Right. Even though that's good shit.
But in the shit that I do, the things where I use logic, I'm good at. But to sit there and just do like a logic book, I'm like, dude, I got fucking shit to do. That's my thing. I'm not saying it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of the volunteers
That's going to be the name of my autobiography. I got shit to do.
Yeah.
And it'd be all blank.
Right. Well, one of the
I couldn't write it
volunteers-
because I had shit to do.
One of the volunteers, I have the mag. We were talking about the fact that she's learning how to do crochet, and she's gotten really good at it. Like she makes like animals, and is making like these really cool designs and stuff, and like in a very short amount of time, she's gotten really good at it. And she was saying like, well, she's also recently retired, but she's pretty young. She's like in her 50s still, so for retiring in the United States, that's still pretty young. She's like pushing around 60, but she's still young.
I just turned 58 last week, and I'm not retiring.
Exactly. She's like
anytime
closer
soon.
she's like closer to your age than my age. She might be 60,
You're not
but
that
lately.
far away, dude.
No, but I'm just saying between the 50s thing.
Okay.
Either way,
We're not
she's
like
retired
8
very
and
young.
16.
No. Anywho, she started doing crocheting, and she said she really enjoys sitting there with her dog, petting her dog and crocheting, but she feels like she's like wasting time because there's other stuff she should be doing. But in the meantime, like her mother-in-law recently passed, and they have to take care of things over there, and she has a daughter that's out of town, and there's always stuff that's going on with your kid, especially if they live out of town, and it's like, and her kid's just around like the same age as my kid, around early 20s. And anyway, she was feeling bad about sitting on her couch, hanging out, just crocheting and petting her dog and watching TV. And I'm like, I think that's amazing. I don't think you should feel guilty about that at all. I'm like, considering all this shit you're dealing with, if you want to take time just to fucking sit on your couch and do some crochet animals and pet your dog and have a glass of wine and watch fucking TV, I don't see why this is a problem.
I need help.
You've worked your whole life, and this is what you're at now, and this is what's making you happy. Fucking do it. Jesus Christ.
I need help.
No, I know people aren't taking it. See, this is what working part time is taught me.
I do
is
have.
that we
I'll
to
put
do
it.
that.
I do have downtime, but you know what I do in my downtime?
What we're doing right now.
Well, yeah, there's that too. And then I'm like, okay, so I like music.
Right.
There's always music in my head.
Right.
I'm like always. Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
There's always. In fact, my wife actually, Eve just started doing this. She never's that we've been together. Okay, I don't have a
Long
chart.
time.
12 years plus. And I noticed this. She just started this like in the past couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
She notices, she randomly asked me, what song are you listening to right now? There's no music playing. It's
But
in
she
my
knows.
She can tell. Like I'm moving a little bit or I'm doing shit. What song are you listening? She did that to me this morning. She's like, what song are you listening to right now?
Well, she lives with you. She knows.
Right.
That's actually really adorable.
Yeah,
It's really cute.
And like almost every single time. Oh, I don't know that song.
You tell her I said that's cute.
Yeah.
I think that's really cute.
So
it just like shows that you're like, you guys, it just shows your like little connection. You're like,
I
oh,
guess.
she knows.
Yeah.
She knows I'm listening to a song. No, it's really cute.
Yeah, there's no radio. There's no music.
Oh,
it's
she
just in my
knows.
head.
She knows.
She's, what's the song? Face to Face by Pete Townsend? Yeah, I don't know the song.
Face to face.
Yeah, face
got to face.
Yeah, yes.
to face.
Random.
Oh,
no
that
reason.
song's awesome.
No reason.
song.
Just pops in. Yesterday at school, I get to school and I'm walking. Oh, and that can segue into this story about yesterday at school. Some obscure song by Terrence Trent D'Arby. Not even Wishing Well. Not even the one everybody knows. It's like, why is that song in my head?
Oh yeah, he did
Sign
have
her
another.
name.
He did have another sort of.
He has albums, dude. It's
Right,
not just
right.
he has more than one. Yeah, and
funny.
I used and I'll stop. And it's funny at school. People watch me stop in the middle and go, "Why is that song in my head?" What? No, I'm
no,
not.
this needs to.
I'm
this
not
needs to
going
go right
to-
now.
I'm not-
Rhinestone Cowboy, get out of my head.
Close. The other day I stopped in the middle of the hall and I'm talking like to the music gods. No, I'm not going through the day with Summer Breeze by Seals and Crofts in my head.
Oh, that song's awesome.
Yeah, but still, dude, not all day.
I
Come
know,
on.
maybe not all day, but I do love that song. I can't lie. I would say it's a guilty pleasure, but I'm not. I don't feel guilty about it.
No, you shouldn't.
a good
But
tune.
still, sometimes I get songs like I'm not lying on top of Old Smokey,
Ew.
right? Or Bingo is his name-o.
Like something horrible like that. Or,
Yeah.
Oh God, can you imagine if you had like "Happy Birthday" in your head?
Oh no, that shouldn't be considered a song.
Oh, unless it was
called
the
torture.
Stevie Wonder version that's about MLK. That one's cool.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that song? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. That song.
No, I don't.
You don't know that song?
No, I don't.
Oh, my dad had that album. We used to listen to it when I was a kid.
That album?
Yeah, it was on an album.
Okay, well, I'll wait for the dance remix version of it. Or
Okay.
something. Okay.
I know. I'm surprised you don't know it.
I don't know every song.
I don't know. My dad was a big Stevie Wonder fan, so we had several of his
I'm
albums.
cool. We play Stevie Wonder on Stuart Brassel Radio,
As
which
you
y'all
should.
should be listening to when you're not listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
So, I drink coffee. I didn't used to drink coffee.
Yeah, you did not used
It
to
was
drink
the
coffee.
I don't know. There's no specific reason. For some reason, during the pandemic, I guess because you do things
You
you
used
don't
to
normally
drink
do.
Pepsi for your caffeine thing. Wasn't
Diet,
Pepsi?
yeah.
Diet Pepsi was your
Yeah.
coffee's better for you.
And I still would a little bit, but
Yeah,
now
coffee's a
I'm
healthier choice.
boycotting it. But anyway, it's not the point. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
So I don't like. I'm not a snob. I don't know. Oh, actually, that's not true. The only thing I don't like, and there's some local places that because I prefer. I would love to go to local places to get my coffee. But two of the places I would go to places I really like, their coffee tastes like there's a fucking stick in it. It's like hickory or chicory or something. I hate that.
Oh, they're chicory.
No, what?
Chicory?
Whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
It tastes like a fucking
specific.
stick.
Oh, I do like that, but if
I
you're not
don't.
into it,
No.
that's not for
But
you.
and actually, I'm
so
not even
good.
a hot coffee. I just like iced
Is it because that's usually like a French Quarter type of New Orleans style with the chicory in it.
Well, yeah, one is equal
Like-
grounds.
I don't know.
Their iced coffee tastes like there's a fucking stick in
You
it.
just ask what kind of coffee they're using.
Can I have the non-stick version? Anyway, so
I can tell you to make coffee in your house.
I've done it. It's just I'm also lazy too. So the other day I overslept.
Okay.
And again, this connects to my earlier story. So me oversleeping, I was still the first fucking one there in the building. I overslept by a half hour.
Oh, you're still the first one.
And I was still the first one there, just not by as much. So I'm running late, and so I'm like, okay, I can't stop making coffee. So a week or two ago, I can't remember. There's when we first started the podcast, I think one of the first group companies we'd ever were affiliates of was Quest. They make no sugar, they start off with protein bars.
Mm-hmm. I remember the Quest bars. Yeah.
Yeah, and we did, and then I had to drop them because they would how do I say this? I don't want to be too gross. They caused me gastric distress.
Okay.
Bad.
Yeah, we can't
And
have that.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what?
No, it's not good.
It's okay
thing
for
me.
you though, but I don't think we can affiliate.
You and I are not going to be friends. So
Yeah,
sorry.
well, and it wasn't. We didn't go away enemies. I'm just like, it's good for you though. It's just not me. And apparently, I saw this. I saw some article, or
Did it have olestra in it or something?
I had anal leakage. No, it would cramps and a little gassy, and it was like it wasn't pleasant.
Wasn't comfortable.
Why would I eat something that makes me not pleasant, not
Right.
uncomfortable? So they revamped it. Apparently, I'm not the only one because they revamped their thing.
I'm sure you weren't.
And now they're okay. It doesn't cause that, but they don't taste quite as well. They kind of taste kind of sawdusty. The protein.
I feel like all those protein bars taste like sawdust or have a sawdust texture.
There's good ones. There's good ones. But so
The Luna. Oh wait, the Luna bar. There's a lemon Luna bar that's good.
So they started making other things. They have chips, which again I'm not a big fan.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, and they're stupid expensive. But so the other day we were at a store. We won't have to mention the store, and going down the protein bar or whatever aisle, and Quest had iced coffee. Little things of iced coffee. And I was like, well, why don't I grab a 4-pack of those just because, just in case I can't
you need
get
a
coffee or I can't get
right.
coffee or something. So I overslept and I had those in the fridge. So I'm like, all right, now is the time. Hopefully it won't give me
Anal leakage
or whatever, right? In school. That's all I need, right? Because, you don't want to be that guy having anal leakage in school.
No.
All the kids will laugh at you.
They will call you poop pants or shit pants or
They
something.
totally will call me shit pants.
Shit pants
Oh
for the
my
rest
God.
of it. Yeah. You won't get away with
Oh,
that.
I don't want to be shit pants guy.
No.
Shit pants guy is the name of the show.
Shit pants guy. You're welcome.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make it poop pants guy because it's because of the
Poop pants is good for alliteration.
also just because of the search engines and stuff like that. And
Poop.
Apple won't like shit.
Yeah, poop is better.
Yeah,
poop pants.
Poop pants. Okay, poop pants guy. So So I grab it and I'm drinking it in the car. And it's fine. I'm not feeling any anal leakage. There's nothing like that. It's fine. So I get to school and I've already drank it, and I'm like feeling a little, okay, all right. I'm a little not twitchy, but I'm like a little much. So I kind of like, you know what? I wonder how much caffeine's in this. And I look on the bottle and I see how much, and I was like, I don't even know if that's a lot. I have no idea. Do you know, like, the milligrams, how much is a lot?
What is it?
No, I'm asking you. Do you know? 'Cause you're a coffee person. Okay.
I drink. I can just keep drinking coffee pretty much all the time.
So
I don't even pay attention.
So I go on the internet.
Some people totally know. I have no idea.
Yeah. So I go on the internet. So how much caffeine's in a cup of coffee? And it says the average cup of coffee, 8 ounce, has 96 milligrams of caffeine. It's like, cool. I look. This says 200.
Yeah, that wouldn't bother me at all.
Well,
that bothered you though, for sure. I can see why it would.
Cup.
Right, I can see why it would bother you. That wouldn't do anything to me.
So by fourth period or third period,
I definitely have had things for over 300.
So by second period, I go to my ASL class, which is high school students, because I do both middle school and high school students for different things, and they're looking at me like I'm fucking wired as hell. My eyes are this fucking big, and I'm talking.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. I hate that feeling.
When it's classes that I like, social studies, ASL, something like that, I do talk fast anyway because I'm really into it. I'm like double Dave.
Oh man!
And they're like, and they're like, I'm not gonna. They said by my last name. They're like, what is with you? And like, you know what happened to me today? I woke up late, and I'm telling them the story like a million miles an hour, and they're like, just like the ADHD thing. They're like, oh yeah, you've had too much caffeine already.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We
like,
see it.
I'm sorry. So here we go. You ready to sign? We're gonna sign now. Here we go.
Here we go. Mister, you know who I am.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
go.
Let's go. Oh God.
Yeah. Well, we had because I keep trying to.
My kids actually like me. Actually, it's a good thing they do.
That's nice.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a good thing my husband likes me too, because he's the one who's like, yeah, Melissa, you really, you have ADHD. You really just do have it, and you just have to accept it and realize.
You still don't accept it?
No.
Oh,
I am. Well, you know what's also about this book? I really think one of the things I'm going to look into is finding a therapist who has adult ADHD experience.
What was the name of the book again?
The name of the book.
I will if I can find it in
ADHD for smart ass women. I'm not done with it. I have
no. What I'm saying
5
is
hours to go on
what I'm saying is I will, if I have time, I will find a link to that and I will put it. Stuart Bredesso has a quote bookshelf that has a list of books like people we've had on, like the A Libertarian Walks Into a Bear, Alex Vitale with The End of Policing, and you can get those books and through Powell's Books. And I will find that book and I will add it to the list.
I'm sure it's on there.
Yeah.
She's great. I really like. If she was my therapist, I think we would get along awesome.
I will add it to the list, so you can, if you want to check that book out. If you are a smart-ass woman with ADHD, you can go check it out through stuartbredesso.com, and we'll get 3 cents.
Yeah,
and it'll help pay to keep the show going. Yeah. What was it?
Well,
that's why I wrote it down.
Oh no, it's great. Yeah. I don't know if she's written other stuff, but so I think I think therapy is great for everybody. I think I've always been a big fan of therapy. Fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know. I guess it's how you look at it.
I could go back.
I grew up with a family who, my father was bipolar, so was my brother, and therapy wasn't like a sore subject in my house. We were pretty open-minded about it, so I never felt like there was anything wrong with needing help.
Yeah.
My first time I went to a therapist, I was 5. I don't even remember it, but my mom knows, so obviously she knows I did. So yeah, I guess it's
Did you
so
talk
for
about pooping your pants?
I don't think that's what I talked about.
Okay. I was looking down and said poop pants.
I know, actually, I know why I went, but I don't remember any of it because I was 5.
I was trying to go back to the poop pants guy.
I guess I was just acting out because, sometimes kids act out and they just wanted to find out what was going on with me. So, anyhow, so I'm kind of excited. I don't know how hard that will be with the type of insurance I have. because I live in the U.S. and
Yeah,
there's always a
yeah,
chance
yeah.
that
Oh,
I could
absolutely.
find the perfect the perfect person, and they go, "Oh yeah, we don't accept your health insurance."
Well, I would say I have a quote a therapist, but I've been to him forever,
Yeah,
and he does not take insurance.
Yeah.
And it's not the cheapest. So while I could use going back for something to clean up some stuff,
right. Of course.
I just
Like I can't afford you right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I could afford to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I chose to get geothermal for the house instead.
Okay.
So
We make our choices. We all make our
honestly,
choices.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing a lot of things to not take care of my mental health, so I think I'm going to start making it a little bit more of a priority.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
And
instead of
look for a
therapy. I'm
therapist.
just gonna keep drinking beer.
Yeah, that too. Well, I am definitely now that I'm starting to read this book, and it's giving me some confidence that there's somebody that out there that can help me too. That
Yeah.
because it's not like it's like I know a lot of what my problems are. I know a lot of the issues I have, and I know what a lot of my strengths and weaknesses are. But if I had somebody to talk to me about it further, that has like knowledge in it, that's gone to school for it, that has they have knowledge to give me, and I want that knowledge. Is
Sure.
basically what it is. I'm like a sponge. I've always been that way, even when I was a kid.
You're a lifelong learner.
I'm a total lifelong learner. Oh my God, I never want to stop learning. So yeah, I want to have a therapist that can give me more information to make my life a little easier and more fulfilling. And I can do that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to take this time and kind of like tell folks things that we might be doing in the future, but I got nothing.
You're like, I don't know what we're doing in the future.
Yeah, I know. Like
I can tell you that
because
the
we
first
take like
weekend
the
of-
Erotic Arts Festival,
Right.
and I got nothing coming up.
Yeah, well, I can
Nothing.
tell you the first weekend of August, I'm going out of town. I'm going to Baltimore for a wedding on my husband's mom's side, and I'm really excited about it.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. They're awesome people. I'm really excited about it.
Wait, when was that?
First weekend of August.
You know, that's good because that's my anniversary, and we have tickets to go see the Rochester Red Wings, like we do.
Aw, that's adorable. Do you guys do that like on your every anniversary or try to?
We try to. We don't do it that often. I like to say we do. Sometimes they.
Well, sometimes it can't happen. Also,
Yeah, it's a long. They've changed the way.
wait, which day is your anniversary?
August 3rd. They changed the way they do scheduling in this AAA baseball league. So like teams will literally go to a city and play a team for 6 straight days. Rather than to keep traveling around so much and going back and forth to these cities, they will stay in a city and play just one team 6 days in a row and then don't come back. So it saves them money on travel costs. So there's years where around our anniversary, they're like fucking not in town for 2-3 weeks. So that's fine, whatever. Do what you got to do. But this year,
But this year it actually
they are
happened.
in town exactly on our anniversary.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
Yeah, so I
that'll be
went
fun.
and grabbed tickets. Absolutely, it's going to be
Did you
fun.
guys get good seats?
Yes, I made sure.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure you got like if it was my anniversary, I know I would get. Good
We
seats.
went. What
If I could, anyway.
we went to a game. Oh, what I can't remember what the occasion was. Like a few weeks ago, and we sat on the first base side. And I know if you're into baseball, don't worry, you'll know why I'm telling you the story. And we sat on the first base side.
Oh, that's
and-
weird. I went to the baseball game a few weeks ago too.
Oh, actually, it was 4th of July because there was
Oh,
there
no,
was
it wasn't
fireworks.
4th of
Yeah.
July.
So they had
before that.
fireworks, and if you remember my wedding, where they went on the field and the fireworks were on the field.
Yeah, I
right?
remember.
No, now they do it from behind that pavilion in right
okay.
field. So if you're sitting on the first base side, and I'm sorry, this is a visual thing, you have to turn.
To see them. Yeah,
see them.
I can see why you would.
And
yeah.
they're not swivel chairs. So when I went to buy tickets for the third, I got them on the third base side.
You're like, I'm
So
smart
I'm
this
farther
time.
away, but we don't have to turn to see the fireworks.
You're smart.
Well,
Have a little happy anniversary.
let's
Love you,
fool me
babe.
once.
Moment.
Yeah. So no, that's cool. So for those who don't know, Eve and I were married at a minor league baseball game. It was at the stadium. The ceremony was before the game, before the fans showed up, and then they came.
And we
in
had a comedian ahead of time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And
the
our
judge. The judge was a comedian.
who was a friend of ours, actually. Our
was
kids went to
hilarious.
school together.
Yeah, mine too.
And
It's like my kid went to school with him too. With his kids too.
Only because they have 70 kids.
Yeah, I know.
So everybody's.
I know. Like my kid went to school at least a couple of his kids.
I think the first kid, Jesus sat behind them in math or something. So anyway, so we got married at this and I know what you're saying. Oh, you guy with your penis playing sports ball and everything. It was Eve's idea. This was not my idea. It was totally Eve's
and
idea.
It was adorable. Everybody who was there loved it.
Yeah, I did not have the only person who did not have a good time. I kind of talk about my wedding around him on purpose is Peter because he had explosive diarrhea that day.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot about that. I remember him talking about
it had nothing to do with the game or like hot
No.
ballpark food. He
to.
just happened to be not feeling well that day and he came to the wedding
He
and
did.
just ended up
what a sweetheart.
at a ballpark stadium toilet.
Poor guy.
Which usually is not the most private
place to have diarrhea.
To have to sit down to go, right? At least for the guys, I've never been to a women's bathroom.
No, it still would be gross.
Okay.
I would.
And so they ended up
Yeah, I'm
leaving
pretty sure
early
that
'cause,
unless I had explosive diarrhea, I'm pretty sure if there was poop in my butt at that moment, it would go, oh no, you're not pooping here.
No, well, he didn't have.
Did you know
much
that
of
your
it.
bowels do that?
Your bowels do what?
Your bowels actually do like kind of know where you are safe to poop.
Of course.
I know, it's so
As
crazy.
you pull into the driveway, it's coming out quicker.
I know. You're like, oh, now I gotta pee.
That's why you do that poop walk from the car to the door. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't really have the poop up, but I have the pee. Like I could literally leave work. I peed 5 minutes before I leave work. As soon as I get home, I have to pee again.
No, pee's different for me.
Oh no, it happens to me all the time.
Well, because I got the diabetes and I got in my blood pressure meds, which is a water pill. No. If I got to pee, I got to fucking pee. There's no playing around with pee.
Yeah, no
way.
way.
I will be pee pants.
I will be the pee.
No, I won't be poop pants guy, but I will be pee pants guy.
Yeah.
No, I can't fuck around with pee.
This is what you have to look forward to when you get older, folks. So
whatever. I've been. I don't fuck around with pee for a very long time.
I just didn't get problems until I had a kid, which is pretty common.
Well,
it happens.
That's true.
Yeah, it messes you
That's
up.
why I didn't have a kid.
Yeah, that's a good thing you didn't, because it would just make it worse.
Yeah, I'd be thinking about how I pee now. Oh my God.
Yeah, so people who have a uterus and have given birth and also have diabetes.
I would need like a bag in my leg.
Probably.
I'd be peeing right now.
I'm so glad you're not. That would be so awkward.
Well, you wouldn't know.
What is that? No, I'd smell it. I got a good nose. I'd smell it.
No, I would hang one of those car fresheners from my junk.
From your junk?
From my nuts. In my taint.
This is the stupidest thing ever. Is this
the
dumbest thing we've ever said? I really feel it is.
I doubt that. I would take one of those tree air fresheners and just stick it in my pants.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. You wouldn't know. You'd
Vanilla
be like,
scent.
It's pine fresh. And I'd be like, it's my taint.
It's my taint. My taint's pine fresh.
See, now if I put that in a
Pine
text,
Fresh Taint. I think that's the name of the show.
If I put that in a text, we would be awkward because I said it to your face.
Right, it's funny. It's funny. Similar thing happened with your idea that you wanted to send to Carrie, but you're like,
I'll tell you that. I was going to say, well, then I couldn't stare into your eyes across the table, which would have been really awkward.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my Pine Fresh Taint. That should be. It sounds better.
Yeah, I think you should name that the show Pine Fresh Taint. It's pretty great. Right. Pine Fresh Taint it is.
Okay, Pine Fresh Taint.
Good show.
So, sort of. All right. So next week.
Next week is a week.
I got nothing going on, I don't think. Actually, next week's a light week for me, relatively. Not like this week, where it was fucking ass crazy. I had something every night.
I don't know. I feel like I have something going on sometime next week, but I don't fucking know what it is.
Oh, we're over an hour, but maybe next week I'll talk about now when one of my activisty campaign things is going and speaking to city council every month. Mm-hmm. And you know who else is now doing it?
Tell me.
COVID Kevin. Motherfucker. With his Granimal suit, and he doesn't even live in the city. And he goes up and he rants. They had to turn his mic off last night. Anyway, I'll talk about it next
All
week.
right, let's talk about it.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, we don't know when.
And you know what? I don't know what the show's about, and I don't know if we're gonna have a guest, but I'll tell you one thing: my taint will be pine fucking fresh.
Fucking fresh.
Peace.
Bye. Let's just get all the advertising stuff out of the way. You smell. You're fat. You're old. Nobody likes you because you're depressed. And dark-skinned people are coming to rob your house. You need to buy shitty pillows to show how patriotic you are. And if this were the 1970s, I'd be telling you that you could only look cool by smoking menthol cigarettes. Instead of worrying about all that, do what I do. Hi, I'm Veronica from De Gustato Vineyards. And I couldn't care less if I'm fat or if I smell, because I drink a lot of De Gustato wine. De Gustato Vineyards takes your disgustingness seriously. Our wines have the highest alcohol level allowed by law so that you don't care about not meeting the impossible expectations of consumerism. At De Gustato Vineyards, we're just like you, fed up with capitalists telling us how much we suck just to convince us to buy things we don't need and we can't afford. So, enjoy a bottle or two of De Gustato wine today. Available wherever wine or antifreeze is sold. De Gustato wine. Stay drunk.